Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Coach T. Bankston, Tanya Bankston, chatting with you from my car. And I want to thank you for giving me a few minutes of your time. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Tanya Bankston. I am President and CEO of Greater Heights Coaching and Professional Development, where I assist women in overcoming their professional and their personal challenges and turning their challenges into a living masterpiece. So, for my replay viewers, thank you for joining me. Please tap your screen, share this broadcast with your friends, and I am going to just go and jump right into my message. So today I'm talking about a lesson learned the hard way. It's not easily forgotten. So if you follow me, you know some of my story, and you know that I share a lot from my personal experiences. I share a lot from lessons learned the hard way. Coach T. Bankston, Tanya Bankston, has not always been that person that was willing to listen to things the first time. And just recently, I had a situation where I had a business strategy that I wanted to implement in my business. And I was talking to my business coach. I have a coach. See, Coach T. Bankston has a coach. I have a PR coach. I have a business strategy coach. I have a writing coach. I have a group of professionals who are doing what I want to do, who have already achieved the level of success in their businesses that I want to achieve. And so I seek out their professional services for them to assist me from getting from my starting point to my next greatest level. So anyway, in implementing or wanting to implement my business strategy, I spoke to my business strategist, and we discussed the pros and cons of implementing the business strategy that I wanted to implement. And her style is much different than mine. She's very, very professional, very diplomatic, very tactful. Whereas me, I can be, well, some people say I can be a little abrasive. Some people say that I can be a beast. I have one client who says, that was her words exactly. She was like, Coach T is a beast. She will be all over you. If you tell her that you have a goal and you have something that you want to achieve, she is going to remind you and help you to stay focused on your goal that you want to achieve. So my business strategist, she was very good at allowing me, which is what a coach does. A coach does not tell you what to do. A coach helps to provide you with enough resources so that you make a good decision for yourself. And that's what she did. She allowed me to make a decision for myself. And I'm not going to put her out there unless she gives me permission to say her name, which I have no problem with. I'm not going to do that. But she was very good at providing me with the information so that I can make an informed business decision. Mm-hmm. And she told me, she said, Tanya, you want to pay attention to the analytics. You want to pay attention to the numbers, the bottom line numbers. And so me being the person that I am, now I don't know if you've ever heard this particular meme or cliche. It says, when a student is ready, the teacher will appear. So now keep in mind, I have a coach, okay? Part of being a student is understanding that to be a student, you have to be willing to listen. So she gave me some very concrete, definite, on point, mind you, on point factors to consider before implementing this particular business strategy. So me being Coach T. Bankston and having a history of doing things my way. Never mind the fact that she's been in business doing the same thing that I'm doing for minimum 10 solid years, that she has reached the level of success that I want to reach and has maintained and surpassed that. Never mind that. I just decided that I was going to do things different. So when I made that decision, which was perfectly fine, I mean, that's part of having a coach and being a student. You make your own decisions, you make your own choices. So I made the decision, I went ahead, I implemented the strategy, and I did not get the results that I had expected. I got the exact same results that she shared with me in the beginning was going to take place. So needless to say, I was disappointed. Needless to say, it was hard for me to, well, it wasn't necessarily hard to admit that I was wrong, because the bottom line is the numbers, the facts, the bottom line all proved that she was right and I was wrong. But it also made me do some further thought into just my life in general, how when you refuse to exercise wisdom by accepting that there are certain paths that lead to a certain outcome, and yeah, you can deviate a little bit, or kind of change the course a little bit, but the bottom line is that it's going to lead to a certain destination, period. You might take a few more twists or a few more turns or a few more curves, but the bottom line is you're going to get to the exact same destination. So when you do that and you get those results that were expected, then who do you get upset with? Whose fault is it? Whose responsibility is it? And so that's where I was. I was at a point where it's like, okay, she told me this was going to be the outcome. She's already experienced it. She already took that same journey. She walked in those same footsteps, that same path. And these were the exact same results. So it made me think about my life, and it made me think about life in general, how when you take a certain path and you're forewarned that this right here is the result of the decision that you make, but yet you decide, well, I'm going to do this anyway. And then you have the same results. Then what? How do you change? How do you change courses? How do you change directions? How do you regroup? How do you get over it? I mean, because some mistakes that you can make, you can easily regroup from them. And some mistakes, it may take a lifetime to regroup. And then there are some other mistakes, there are no second chances. So I just wanted to jump on real quick, and I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to get some of your input or some of your feedback on what do you do? What do you do when you take a course, when you start out on a path or start out on a journey that you've been forewarned this is not going to end up how you think it should? How do you regroup from it? Give that some thought. How do you regroup from it? Tap your screens. Show sister some love. Send me an email. Let's have some dialogue about that. A lesson learned the hard way is not easily forgotten. What type of lessons have you learned the hard way? What type of things have you done that you knew were wrong, but you did them anyway? Ponder that for a minute. Wisdom cries out in the streets. Are you listening? Are you listening? This is your girl, Coach T. Bankston. I am signing out. You can follow me at www.coachtbankston.com. You can email me at www.coachtbankston@mail. You can like my Facebook page, Greater Heights Coaching and Professional Development. And I also have a Champion for Change for Women's Only. It's a support group where the women in our community are all leaders, and we encourage, motivate, and inspire one another to influence change in our communities. This is Tanya Bankston, Coach T. Bankston, signing out until next time.